everyone, hope you are good and be happy always. Once again, welcome to Class of Economics in Shachi's Academy. And today we are going to discuss consumers' equilibrium. It's a very important topic for exams because it may come for 2 marks or for lengthy questions as well. And this is very important because it is scoring also. When you give definition, assumptions, schedule and a curve, the answers become beautiful and examiners instantly give you good marks. So that is how it's very presentable question and it is very scoring, so it's very important all the more. We have already started a series of microeconomics and we have completed first chapter, that is of central problems of economy, comprising of central problems, and our second chapter is for consumers equilibrium using utility analysis. Right, so we have already explained in our last videos, we have explained basic concepts that you can go through, because for understanding this topic you need to understand those topics first, that is basic concepts regarding utility, what is marginal utility, what is total utility also, and thereafter we have done your law of diminishing marginal utility, that too is the half portion of this consumers equilibrium. So after watching those videos, if you watch this video, that would be all the more fruitful. Otherwise, I'll be explaining a glimpse of that as well over here. Okay, let's start with our consumers equilibrium. That's very important topic and it's very easy as well. Consumers equilibrium, what does it mean? Consumer, a person who buys certain things for gaining satisfaction, and utility is what? That is what satisfying power of any commodity is known as utility. So we all buy things to gain utility or satisfaction from them. So what is consumers equilibrium? Where is the consumer in balance? Equilibrium is he is in balance. Where is the consumer in balance? Where he gains utility that is equivalent to the price which he pays. That means he would be buying a commodity if he thinks that commodity fulfills his desire and gives him satisfaction equivalent to the price which he is paying. Right? So let's start. Consumers equilibrium is a situation where consumer gains maximum satisfaction from his expenditure, or where marginal utility of X is equal to price of X. See, we are discussing here one commodity case. Normally consumers equilibrium is discussed for one commodity case, two commodity case and two or more commodity case, that we will refer to it later on, but for now it is one commodity case and that commodity is X. Here we take any commodity, take for instance chocolate, samosa, burger, pizza, anything. So this is one commodity, any commodity, and that is X. So marginal utility of X is equal to price of X. That means the utility or the additional utility that we gain from any additional consumption of any unit is equal to the price of that commodity. We will discuss it later on in detail, but for now we need to understand what is marginal utility. We have already explained, but for now I am explaining in brief. Marginal utility is the utility that we gain from consumption of any additional unit of any commodity. For example, if I consume one chocolate, I gain utility. Right? This is utility or satisfaction, you may say. Satisfaction, right? Now, I again want to consume one more chocolate. This is my second chocolate. This is first. This is my additional chocolate, right? This is additional. One is there and additional is the second one. If I consume this chocolate, I will gain some utility. And the utility that I gain from consumption of this additional unit of chocolate is known as marginal utility of chocolate. In place of chocolate, we can write any commodity, that is X. X can be anything. You can write pizza, burger, samosa, puri, or anything. Chocolate, anything you can write over here. So this is X. So understood, I hope? Okay, then we need to see what this law actually explains. See, when we buy things, we pay price for them. Okay, so the price which we pay should be equal to the marginal utility that we gain from any additional commodity. We will keep on buying things till our price is equal to marginal utility or the satisfaction we gain from that additional commodity or the unit of commodity. So here the formula is MUX is equal to price of X. So simple, consumer's equilibrium is a situation where consumer gains maximum satisfaction from his expenditure, or where marginal utility of X is equal to price of X. Simple. Now assumptions of this law or concept are: consumer is rational. See, assumptions are really very important for this concept to hold true or law to hold true. Why? Because without these assumptions, if these conditions are not present, they are absent, then this concept or law will not hold true, because it depends on existence of these conditions. If they all are there, then only this will hold true. Otherwise, it will not hold true. Number one is consumer is rational. That means, I have already explained this in law of diminishing marginal utility. I am again explaining you that consumer is rational. That means a consumer knows that what is worth of his money, what is worth of that commodity. That means, is that commodity important or not? Is it tasteful? That means if I want it or not, or what is the real worth, and do I want to purchase it or not, and money is useful to him. That means he is not super rich and money should mean something to him. That means he should attach some utility to money. Otherwise, some people are spendthrift. They do not think about money. So those people are not rational consumers. A drunkard is not a rational consumer. When he drinks, he does not know what he is doing or she is doing. So they are not rational consumers. That means a person should be sane. He should have taste for those things, and he should know what he is doing or she is doing. So they should value money and they should value that commodity. So consumer is rational, he is sane, he is in his full senses. Then standard size of units. That means we are consuming units as a whole, not pieces of them, small pieces. Say for instance, a chocolate can be broken into many pieces. Say for instance 8 pieces. If I am consuming 1/8 of chocolate, or one portion of this chocolate, this tiny portion, that will not give me any satiety. That means that will not give me any satisfaction. So if I keep on consuming this commodity, that means one piece now, one piece after 1 hour, that it will not, its utility will not diminish. I have discussed this thing in detail in last video. Okay, so this is what the consumer should consume: one chocolate as a whole, not pieces of chocolate. That means standard size of chocolate is a big chocolate and not the pieces of one. Then continuous consumption. See, for this law to hold true, again there should be continuous consumption. You should consume one chocolate after the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, every chocolate. All the chocolates should be consumed continuously at one time. Not like that today you are consuming one chocolate, tomorrow again you are consuming a single chocolate, again third day you are consuming a single chocolate. That doesn't mean anything, and this law will not hold true. That means continuous consumption of all the units should take continuously. Then income is constant, right? My income is constant. That means I have a budget line, and in that budget I have to allocate my funds on different goods and services, and I have to do my expenditure in such a manner that I gain maximum satisfaction. That means I attach value to money, and because my income is constant and it will not change at the time of practice or existence of this condition or consumer's equilibrium. When we are studying consumer's equilibrium, we need that our income needs to be constant. It's unchanged. I'm not getting any additional amount of money, and my income is decreasing. Okay. Then prices are constant. What does it mean? Prices remain constant of any commodities. Say for instance, of a chocolate. Okay. If its price is 30 rupees, rupees 30, it should remain 30. Otherwise, if it decreases to rupees 20, say rupees 20, then what will happen? Our real money, the value of money will increase. Or if its price increases to rupees 40 or 50, we will stop consuming it instantly. We will not consume it or purchase it. So the price remains constant. It is unchanged. It does not increase and decrease. Then taste is constant. My taste is constant. That means I want to consume chocolate, other units of chocolate as well. I want chocolate. I love chocolate. That means I relish eating chocolate. I enjoy them. Then only they will give me satisfaction. Otherwise, a person who does not like chocolate, or instantly if you are if you feel like eating something sour, something bitter, or some other snack, then what will happen? You will give up this chocolate and you will go for that particular commodity. That means your taste is shifting or your taste is changing. That means this law will not hold true. So that means your taste should not change and it should remain constant as it was at the time of consumer's equilibrium. Then only it will hold true. Then marginal utility of money for person remains constant. How it will remain constant? So what is marginal utility of money? Say for instance, I earn income every month. Okay. So what is marginal utility? For every single rupee, single penny you can say, or rupee you can say, your utility or marginal utility is constant. For example, super rich people. A person who is earning rupees 10 crore, right? 10 crore. And a person who is earning rupees 1000, 1k, or you can say 1k, you can say 1000 only. So, the marginal utility of single rupee, every additional rupee for this person will be greater than this person. That means if a person gains more money, automatically his marginal utility for additional amount of money decreases. That means a rich person attach little value or little marginal value to additional money, and poor people attach more value or more marginal value or utility to additional rupee or money or every single penny. So marginal utility of money for a person remains constant at the time of consumer's equilibrium. It should be constant. That means how many utils is equal to 1 rupee should be constant. We will discuss it in detail over here. Now it's clear now. Now our assumptions are clear, and let's proceed to our schedule. That is, our schedule will explain how your utility and the marginal utility changes and the quantity we consume will be there. Okay, so here we have given the quantities, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In all, we have 7. That means units of commodity. And here marginal utility in utils. What is utils? We have already explained in our video. Utils is the unit in which we measure our utility. That means it's like any international unit or units we use. Just for instance, for weight we use kilogram, ton, etc., or milligram, etc., gram, etc. For length we use meters, centimeters. In the same manner, utility is measured in utils. So our marginal utility is given in utils. So for first unit I am getting 18 utils, second I am getting 15 utils, and thereon. Thereafter, marginal utility in money. That means what is marginal utility of money in terms of marginal utility of commodity in terms of money for every person is different, you see. For instance, if I really love chocolates and I am in dire need of them, I am dying to eat them, that means one chocolate may give me 50 utils, right, of satisfaction, or marginal utility, I can say. Okay, my additional unit. This is my additional unit. For instance, this is my chocolate, right? But in another instance, a person who does not wish to eat chocolate, for that person and does not like to eat chocolate that much as I am dying to eat, in that case, what will happen? This same chocolate will not give him same amount of utils. It may give him only 10 or 5 utils, right? Utils. What does that mean? That means marginal utility that is gained from every additional unit for another person is different. Every person attaches different marginal utility to every another commodity. What does it mean? That means utility is an experience. It is felt. It is not something we can touch or feel or catch or hold in our hands. It is something that we feel. Satisfaction is a feeling, you know. Okay, it's intangible. It is a feeling. We may measure it in utils. It is imaginary. We may are measuring it in cardinal numbers, but it's still a feeling. So that means marginal utility for every person is different. In that sense, what is my notion of marginal utility and how much money value I give it to my utility. That is the concept over here. You need to understand it in detail. Though it is somewhat weird, but we need to understand it. Okay. So, if according to me or according to any other person, according to you, 3 utis is equal to rupee 1 or 3 utis gives me satisfaction worth rupee 1. So, rupee 1, it's currency of India if you are outside of India. So, rupee 1 is equal to 3 utis. That means if I am getting 3 utis from any toffee, I will buy that toffee for 1 rupee, right? I can spend 1 rupee on any commodity that can give me 3 utis, right? So, based on that criteria, we will divide these utis by 3 because our 1 rupee is equal to 3 utis. That means to convert these utils into money, what we need to do? We will have to divide these utils divided by 3. That means the unit of money, we will get unit of money. Okay. Here 18, we are getting from first commodity we are getting 18 utils. So 18 divided by 3 is equal to 6. How? 3 6 are 18. Right? Then in the same manner 18 divided by 3 is what? 3 1 are 3, 3 6 are 18. So that means we are getting utility worth rupees 6. Then again what is that? We are getting from the third unit, we are getting 12 utils. 12 divided by 3, 3 1 are 3, 3 4 are 12. That means rupees 4. That means 12 utils are equal to rupee 4. That means we can spend rupees 4 on 12 utils. We will spend. But now the case is here that if price is given, now comes the case here. Here we have the formula that we are in equilibrium or any consumer is in equilibrium where his marginal utility from that commodity is equal to price of that commodity. Now what is the price? Suppose price is given, price of commodity X is equal to rupees 3. Right? Price of that commodity is rupees 4. We have taken 4 over here. Price of that commodity is equal to 4 and 1 rupee is equal to 3 utils. This is our criteria for that particular person and it remains constant throughout this functioning, right? So now here we may see that here for first commodity we are having utility is equal to 18. That means our utility is more than the price that we have to pay. See, we need to understand one thing. A person will keep on buying additional commodity or additional units till his marginal utility in terms of money is greater than the price which he pays, and up till he will buy till his price of the commodity equal to marginal utility in terms of money. That means rupees 4 price is equal to marginal utility of 4 units. That means they both intersect. I'll explain it over here. So where are they equal? Rupees 4 is equal to utility in terms of rupees 4. Here first unit 18 is equal to 6 rupees. In second unit he is getting more utility than money which he pays. He is only paying 4 rupees but he is getting utility is equal to 6 rupees. Then for second unit here he is getting 15 utils and again he is paying only 4 rupees. Then for 12, that means third unit, he is paying how much? Money? 4 rupees, and he is getting what with 12. That means here up till this third commodity he will buy, because what is happening here? His price for the commodity is equal to rupees 4 and the utility that he gets in terms of money is also equal to rupees 4. What is happening here? The formula is marginal utility of X is equal to price of X. And here, what is the utility in terms of money? We are taking in terms of money. So here it is rupees 4. That means utility is rupees 4. And the price which he pays is equal to rupees 4. Both are equal. They are in equilibrium. Now, we will discuss same thing with the help of a figure, a graph. Right? Understood, I hope. And later on, he will stop buying after third unit. Why? Because if he buys fourth unit, he is getting lesser utility than the money which he pays. That means he will have to pay rupees 4, but his marginal utility in terms of money is rupees 3. right? He is getting rupees 3 only, and this is what? This is lesser than rupees 4 which he pays. That means price of X is greater than the marginal utility of that commodity. That means he will not buy this 4th unit. He will make his purchase up till 3rd unit only. Clear? So normally this figure comes in, or your schedule comes in your books, and people fail to understand many times. So this is marginal utility in terms of money for any person, right? Then we move on to our graph. Here we have the graph. Now here we can see that on this vertical axis, what we are given? Marginal utility of X and price of X is given. And here on this horizontal axis, we are given units of commodity, right? So this is the curve for your marginal utility of X, and that we have discussed in our law of diminishing marginal utility in detail. That means our marginal utility from every additional units keep on declining. We have not made it negative because we are not going into this much detail or this much depths down. So we have just made this curve up till here. We are not making it negative. Now here utility and price is given, and here units are given. What is the consumption? See, price is given as rupees 4. Rupees 4. That means you can buy any amount of units at this constant price. Price is constant, right? So it is, the curve is parallel to your horizontal axis. This is parallel, straight line. Because price remains constant, it's rupees 4. So here this curve is like demand curve. It is negatively sloped curve. It's moving down. Slope is negative. And here, this curve is here. Now, this line or this price line, the price line intersects with this marginal utility line at this point. Suppose you name this point as E. That is the point of equilibrium. What is the point where point of equilibrium is equal to price of X equal to marginal utility of X in terms of money? That we have discussed that there in detail right here. So this is point of equilibrium where both these curves, this rupee or price curve and our marginal utility curve intersect. This is intersection point. They both meet or cut each other. This is intersection point and this is point of equilibrium. Above that, see, above that, your utility in terms of money is larger, greater. Here, he is getting more utility in terms of money. Rupees 6, you can say the highest, then rupees 5, and then when it decreases up till 4 and it is equal to price, and here marginal utility decreases till 4 and both are equal. That means rupees 4 is equal to 4. That means they are equal and they are intersecting, and at that point, this is known as point of equilibrium or consumer's equilibrium. Now, the portion which is shaded with this red marker or this triangle, a triangle we may say that this triangle A, B, C. Okay, this triangle A, B, C, this one is your shaded portion, and this is known as consumer's surplus. That means he is gaining additional amount of marginal utility from this portion, and this portion, triangle A, B, C, D, this triangle A, B, C, ABC is your consumer surplus, right? This is the additional amount of marginal utility that a person is gaining. So that's, I hope is very clear to you. This is consumer surplus, this is point of equilibrium, and it's very easy to make. Just to make x-axis, y-axis, make marginal utility line. This is marginal utility line of X, and this is price of X. Price of X, price line. So here both of them are equal. This is E or point of equilibrium or consumer's equilibrium, and this is your what? Consumer surplus. Right? This is very clear. Now, this case is the case for your one commodity. Many times you have the cases for two commodity or two or more commodity. See, in real life, we spend on more than one commodity or two or more, a great number of commodities. So in that case, what will happen? For that, formula is marginal utility of X divided by price of X for one commodity is equal to marginal utility of money. This is for one commodity, right? Commodity. But in case, if in exams it comes that tell us the consumer's equilibrium formula for two or more commodities, then what will you do? You will rub this portion, simple. Here, commodity X, then you write commodity Y. Commodity Y by price of Y is equal to marginal utility of money. Simple. Right? If they say that it is for two or more commodities, then what will you do? Again rub this. Add one more commodity. Marginal utility of Y, Z, divided by price of Z is equal to marginal utility of money. This is so simple. You can do that. Okay? And based on this, we can have numericals also that we can explain in another video. But for now, this is for a single commodity, you can write only commodity X. For more than one commodity, two commodity, you can write up till Y. And for more than one commodity, you can write them like this. Or for, if they say you have n number of commodities, what you will do? Marginal utility of n units divided by price of n is equal to marginal utility of money. That means whenever we do this consumer's equilibrium concept of consumer's equilibrium, your marginal utility will be measured in terms of money and not else. Okay? So I hope this concept is clear to you, and for detailed understanding of this topic, you should watch all the videos that has been posted prior to this particular topic. So good luck to all of you. Keep watching, keep liking our videos and keep subscribing, and I'm really thankful to you for such a huge response, for such a nice love that has been showered by you people on our channel. Thank you so much.